Everywhere we look, we see doctors and healthcare professionals working so hard on the front lines more than ever before. And so many of us are often in awe of how these professionals still care for patients despite the tremendous challenges they face. Well, joining us with information on ways that we can show our appreciation for all that they do is best-selling author Dr. Ian Smith. Welcome to the show, Doctor. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, health is the number one priority for all of us. So what advice would you give to everybody on how we can make sure that we are staying healthy? What are some of the preventative measures that we can take?
Well, Heather, listen, we're in cold and flu season, so people really have to be careful to be in this season during a pandemic. So simple measures, things like making sure you are coughing or sneezing into tissue. If you don't have a tissue, using the inside of your elbow. Washing your hands with warm water and soap for 20 seconds can go a long way in getting rid of those germs. If you don't have soap and water, using hand sanitizer. Also recognizing your symptoms of cold and flu. Things like headache, fever, chest congestion, sore throat, cough. These are things that we've all experienced before. And while there is no cure for the cold and the flu, there can be symptomatic relief. So go into your local pharmacy or your grocery store and buying over-the-counter medications. Something like Mucinex has something called a Fast Max All-in-One, which is a multi-system relief medication for your worst cold and flu symptoms. But anytime you take over-the-counter medications, Heather, make sure you are following the prescribed dosage from the manufacturer on the bottle or the package. And if symptoms continue, they persist, always check with your local healthcare professional to see what are the next steps.
Well, you are a doctor. You've been on the front lines. How difficult has this been for you as a professional in caring for people? And how important would you say it is to get feedback from your patients?
You know, it's been really difficult for doctors who are on the front lines. Doctors are humans too, and they get stressed, nervous. They're worried about getting sick, getting their loved ones at home sick. So it's been tough. But we can do things to help our doctors, our frontline workers, and nurses, not just doctors, nurses also. The first thing we want to tell people is, listen, review your doctors. It's important for your doctors to know what you think, what your experience was. It shows them their strengths and their weaknesses. It also helps other patients, by the way, when they can see those reviews, so they can choose what is the right clinical situation for them. Going to healthgrades.com and leaving that review can make a big difference. Last year, only 16% of patients actually left a review for their doctors. So we want patients to come together and to rally around our doctors. Mucinex has a campaign called Ally of Doctors, and we want you to leave those reviews so doctors can hear from you and other patients can learn from your experience.
And you just mentioned Ally of Doctors. What is that?
So the Ally of Doctors campaign is a national campaign to let doctors and frontline heroes know around the country how much we love them, how much we appreciate them, how much we need them, and we support them. So by simply leaving a review at healthgrades.com, Mucinex is going to donate $20 for every first review to the United Negro College Fund, up to $20,000 to the end of this year, December 2020, to really foster and empower our next generation of frontline heroes. So it's all about paying it forward. And this campaign is telling our current doctors and healthcare professionals, as well as the future, that we stand behind you and we need you and we love you.
Yeah, our doctors and nurses and all healthcare workers right now are our allies, and we need to be listening to what they say so we honor them. Doctor, what else do we need to know, and where should we go for more information?
Well, also, please wear a mask. That's a big difference. Wearing a mask, that simple thing of wearing a mask is not political, but it can protect you and protect others around you. So if you want more information about cold and flu symptomatic relief, go to mucinex.com. And to learn how to leave that review for your doctor, simply go to healthgrades.com. Doesn't take very long to do it.
That's the least we can do. Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you. Be safe. Be well.
You as well. You're watching The Morning Blend. We'll be right back.